6 mil. Coach came to me like I'm D1.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's gonna be a good one. Next on Madden Football.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. DJ Dallas now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st and 10, Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down. Shotgun handoff to Conner. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got him, that's McBride. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Coming up now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league. Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Finds Laporta. Gets some space around midfield. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Lions the first.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cardinals' 43-yard line.
Off play action, Goff. He's gonna push one deep. He's got it inside the 10. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Murray looking to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals need only one to take the lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Lions 7.
Now Prater on to send it away. Craig Reynolds to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. First down throw from Goff. Laporta with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Running on second with Montgomery. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. Gets this to Montgomery. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Kyler to throw. He's got Harrison. And that will not be enough for a first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Straight ahead, it's Connor. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Murray setting up to throw. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
They've got first down from the 31. Connor here from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Right back to Connor. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll try and take an option left side. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defense linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They've got a man in motion. Murray on third down. This will be cut by Connor. And they get this down to the 28. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Cardinals. With it, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Touchdown, Arizona! 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Lions 7.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Goff on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. Gets him the first past the 35. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jameer Gibbs. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Jameer Gibbs touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Dallas with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. 1st and 10, Murray. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Kyler throwing here. That's complete. Here's Connor. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
McBride hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He'll get this one to Connor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down, Cardinals.
So we've reached the halftime break, and it's the Cardinals, the Redbirds, leading so far on the road. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Now Prater on to send it away. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. They go play action with Goff. He finds Laporta. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Now Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Connects with Montgomery. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Goff on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Dortch now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. The first down carry for Connor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's Connor again, and he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. No return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They bring the tight end in motion. Off play action, Goff. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Quarterback never stared down the receiver, but he kept his eyes downfield until he found that open window as that crossing route finds and beats zone coverage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw from Goff. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Patrick with the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake here. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, he never stared him down, but that was such a good job by the quarterback to keep his eyes downfield. Keep working as that shallow cross. Those crossing routes so devastating for zone coverage.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. One of the tight ends motioning right. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Montgomery. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. That run good for 3 yards, but still a ways out as it brings up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Dallas with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give right side to Connor. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. They cross the 40 on a nice run. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Now Murray on the play fake. Oh, he's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Knowing how a wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate. And I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone. You got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's stepping up and takes off with this one.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. This will be cut by Connor. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Connor on the inside give. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Cardinals holding just a 1-point advantage. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's the give to Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Matt Prater on now as we see how he handles this moment. This 42 yards from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
Lions 20.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Back to throw. Pass complete to Gibbs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Looking to throw it. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Desperation time here on 4th. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
I've met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Setting up to pass. Forced out to his right. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Cardinals, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.